Hello everyone, Super Smash 77 here, back in another video, and today I'll be bringing you my top 10 characters I'd like to see playable in Fire Emblem Warriors. But anyway, let's get started. Now, I know you're probably wondering why there's a 0 on this list, and the reason for that is I just want to say that I will not be including any characters that are currently playable in Smash 4 technically on this list, because let's be real, I love them, you love them, they're fan favorites. The odds of those characters not being playable in the game is pretty unlikely. I mean, those characters include Lucina, Roy, Robin, Ike, Marth, and Corrin. I mean, I'll be shocked if any of those characters are not playable, whether it's in the base game or DLC. But anyway, let's really get started into the list this time. Also not including Ryoma, since he's probably going to be playable based on the trailer as well. Starting this list off with Anna. She literally appears in almost every Fire Emblem game, if not every single game. She's a fan favorite character, and I personally just love her design in pretty much every game she's appeared in. I also think she could have a pretty unique moveset if they handle her correctly. And like a lot of the characters which I've already mentioned, even though we're only number 1 on this list so far, I'll be pretty shocked if she's not playable, or at least in the game in some fashion. But yeah, I'd really like to see her playable. Number 2 on this list would have to be Felicia from Fire Emblem Fates. She was honestly one of my favorite female characters from the game, and I just loved her character development in the game. I mean, it was pretty sad without getting into too many spoilers, but I still loved it. I also think she would bring a pretty good bit of diversity to the roster, considering she's one of the only characters that has the newly introduced Maid class, which was introduced in the Fates, and she has a pretty cool design. Number 3 on this list is Alm, and honestly, I'm not going to lie, he's mainly on this list just because I love his redesign. I mean, honestly, I don't know much about the character like a lot of people I would assume, since Fire Emblem 2 was a pretty non-popular game, but I am pretty hyped to play Fire Emblem Shadows of Valencia, and I think considering the game is coming out pretty soon, and Fire Emblem Heroes, or should I say Warriors, my bad, is also coming out this year, I think he has a pretty good shot of being in the game, if not at least DLC. But yeah, just amazing redesign, one of the best in the series in my opinion. Number 4 is Azura, probably one of my favorite characters from Fates. And without getting into too many spoilers, I felt bad for her at the ending. I didn't really want it to turn out that way, but I still love the ending regardless. And I do feel like she can bring quite a bit of uniqueness and diversity to the roster, although I'm not exactly sure how she would play, considering her default class being Songstress isn't exactly the most battle-oriented class, but I don't think it's that big of a problem, all things considered. Number 5 is Hector. Honestly, I don't know too much about him because I still need to go back and play Fire Emblem 7, which I will be doing soon, but I do like his design, plus from what I've seen, he is a fan favorite and he has an axe, so what more can I ask for? Number 6 is Lyn, another fan favorite character from Fire Emblem 7, and like I said, I do need to go back and complete that game, but I actually did do most of Lyn's stuff, like I did her main part in the game, and I absolutely loved her. I loved her character, story, design, everything, and I'll be pretty shocked that she's not in the game considering how popular she is. Number 7 is Long Ku. Honestly, I'm not going to lie, he's another character here just because I love his design. And I honestly can't even remember too much of his story from Awakening besides that you recruit him after fighting in the Colosseum. But regardless, like I said, I love his design, and that's enough for me personally. Number 8 is Takasumi. While he did have a pretty weird story in Birthright, all things considered, I still liked him and I very much like his design. Plus, you can't go wrong with another archer. Number 9 is Erica, and although I still need to go back and also finish Sacred Stones, from the time that I did play, I can already tell she's one of my favorite characters from the game. And while she might not have the best chance to get in, I do hope a lot that she gets in. Like, I would really love to see her playable. And last but not least, number 10 is Joshua.
Just do it!
Also, a quick honorable mention to Sarai, because I literally forgot she existed until I started editing the video. And yes, I know I probably pronounced her name wrong. And that's the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, I'd really appreciate it. And please tell me in the comments what characters you would like to see playable or not playable in Fire Emblem Warriors down below in the comments. And I've been Super Smash 77, I'll see you in the next one. Over and out.